Alright guys, welcome back. New gun day. I just happened to swing by my local place today. I haven't been in there a while. And something caught my eye. So I bought it. And you guys, a lot of you guys know them watching my channel for a while. You guys know I like single action revolvers. And I never had one of these actually. And it's in a really cool caliber, so I grabbed it. So this is a Ruger single 6 and 17 HMR. And I was talking to the guy at this is a new model, by the way, which I already ordered a wood grip for it. Midway had some for, I don't know, they were not too bad. This thing looks like it's never been used much. It has no wear on it at all. It's very nice, very clean. The black plastic grips I don't like at all, but like I said, I had new grips coming for it. And this is also, like I said, 17 HMR. And it's all adjustable sights on the top. Front and back, I think. Well, the front has a screw. I don't think it's adjustable, but the rear has a screw. For the elevation here. And it's got a little screw for the windage right there. Anyway, it's your classic, you know, your newer style Blackhawk, which when you open the loading gate, it it moves, it turns, close that, locks up. It's not like the old style one where you have to do half cock deal like my other one. But anyway, I really like the look of this thing. I always wanted one of these in like a pistol, or not a pistol caliber, but a rimfire caliber. And they actually had another one, I think it was a regular Blackhawk in 30 carbine, which I was really tempted to get that one. But I haven't bought 30 carbine since the 90s, and I asked the guy how much 30 carbine was going for now. And he says, it's like 30 something bucks a box. I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that. Because I already have a whole bunch of 17 HMR ammo, because I have a 17 HMR rifle. And I figured, well, it'd be nice to have a pistol too. So, so I went ahead and picked it up. I know I'm going to do a video on shooting this thing, obviously, at some point soon. Now the weather's finally getting a little nicer out. It's still chilly at like when it gets like later in the day and in the morning. Like right now, it's probably 50 degrees out here. But still, I mean, it's still nice shooting weather. But yeah, this thing is clean. Like it doesn't look like it's been used at all, really. It doesn't have any wear marks on it at all. I looked it over at the store. I got home and I looked over it again. I'm like, man, this thing is. And from what the guy at my local place, the owner, told me, was I guess this is a 1 year gun. Like they only made this gun 1 year. I'm not sure. He said early 2000s. I'm not sure what year. I'm not sure that he knew exactly what year, but yeah. So I don't know if it's rare, but if they only made it 1 year, that's cool. I mean. He said he had he did tell me today when I was in there. He said, yeah, he's like, I've had a few of these in the shop over the last 5-6 years. So maybe, and they probably made a bunch of them. I'm sure they made a bunch of them, but anyway, I figured it was pretty cool. Like I said, I really like out of all the rimfire rounds, I really like the 17 HMR. Out of rifles, it's pretty fast. I think 2,800 plus feet per second. Out of like a barrel like this, I'm guessing this is about a 6-7 inch barrel. I have no idea how fast it's going out of this barrel, but I'm sure it's probably going fast enough versus like a 22 LR or something like that. So yeah. So like I said, I did order some grips for it today. Midway has them. They're just wood. They got the Ruger logo on the sides like the older Blackhawks do. And I'll have those, I'm guessing, probably sometime within the next week or so. So we'll get those. I'll probably do a little follow-up video on that. And I want to shoot this thing. I'll probably end up shooting it off camera too, just to see how it does. I do want to shoot it on paper, see how it hits, you know, where it's hitting at versus point of aim. These sights, I don't know if they've ever messed with or not. I can't tell. The screws on them don't look like they've really been messed with at all. But sometimes you can't go by that. So we'll see what happens. But it was something I saw, and like I said, I think this is the first time I've ever been in that place and they had a whole bunch of revolvers. They had probably 5 or 6 different Ruger revolvers. They had this one. They had a 30 carbine. They had a 357 Black Hawk, which I already have. And actually, the one they had was actually in a little bit worse shape than mine. They had a lot more bluing wear than mine does. They had a Super Red Hawk. They had something else. They had something else that was kind of interesting, but it was, I don't know. But they had a whole bunch of other stuff, like, you know, your old school, different revolvers that are like 22 mag and stuff from the 60s. Stuff that I'm not really so much into. I mean, they're cool and all, but I don't know if I want to spend $200, $300, $400 on one. You know, your old school like H&Rs and stuff like that. They had a bunch of those too. And like I said, I haven't been in this place for probably over a month. It's been a long time since I've been in there and looking at anything. And I just wanted to go in there and see what they had, and they just happened to have this, so I picked it up. And then right after I looked at this and told them I would buy it, I'm looking at their wall where they got all the rifles at, and right away I spotted a Rossi 92 nickel plated, and I believe it was 357 Magnum. And I had one of those back in the late 90s when they first started getting real popular. I don't know if when they came out, but I had one that was like a nickel plated finish with like a super dark like walnut like stock on it. And I always regretted getting rid of that thing. But this one that they had today, it had the nickel, or it might have been even chrome. I don't know. It was really shiny, which I'm not a super fan of now. But the wood was kind of lighter. It was like a real light color, I don't even know. It's like a real light tan color. So I decided not to get that, and I didn't even look at it actually, because I knew I'd probably want to get it if I did look at it. So, but yeah, I don't know. I figured I'd do a video on that real quick. And like I said, I'm going to get those grips on there. I'm probably gonna do some shooting on this and just see how it does on paper. See how accurate it is. See, maybe adjust the sights a little bit. See if I can get it dialed in pretty close. And yeah, so I figured this would be a cool video, for just a quick video for that. And I really do like this thing, the way it feels. The trigger seems pretty good on it. And it's a 6-shot. It's not anything more than that. 6-shot, 17 HMR, which is fine. Basically like a really nice fancy Heritage. You know, I guess they're about the same size frame and everything, the Heritage and everything. Or I think maybe even the Super Wrangler or the Wrangler is even pretty close to this as well, frame size wise. But yeah, I figured I'd do a quick video on that. They actually gave me this little case with it. I don't know if it came with the gun or what, but he had it and he gave it to me with it, so that's cool. And yeah, so that's all I got for now. As soon as I get the grips and we do some little modifications to this thing, I'm not going to film any of that, but we'll show it. And maybe we'll put some rounds through it. And I'll probably put some rounds through it before that, but I'll get some video of some rounds through it at a actual piece of paper and see where it's hitting at, and we'll mess with the sight, see if we can't get the shooting a little straighter, or maybe it's dead on, I don't know. But we'll see. So, thanks for watching, guys. Anybody that watches my regular channel, my Treetop Garage channel, the reason I didn't make a video this last weekend is because I've been super busy. My dog passed away last Monday, so that was pretty bad. And then me and my wife actually just bought a property right by Pymatooning Lake. Anybody's familiar with that area? We're about like 25-30 minutes away from there. And we go camping there all the time, like in the summer. And we've been looking for a piece of, it's a half-acre property we bought. And we've been looking for a spot out there for a while that we could just put our camper. And actually, this already has a mobile home on it. So, but it needs some rework. You know, some refurbishing and whatnot. But it already has all the utilities are there. It's got septic, it's got a well, and it also has electric ran into it. It just needs some work there. Some stuff maybe ran to the whatever the trailer that's there, or our camper, or whatever we decide to do. But we don't close on it until the 20th of June, which is still, well, I think it's the end of May right now. So another 20-something days anyway. But in the meantime, I'm going to be going out to Honest Peyton Speed Shop in Minnesota and picking up the Model A, the 29 two-door sedan. And I've been working on my truck, and I've been having problems with, I changed the throttle position sensor, was giving me problems on that thing. I bought one off Rock Auto, I put it in, and it's been nothing but problems ever since. I haven't really been driving it because the throttle response is basically nothing. So I did watch some videos on it because I've never had an issue with those before. And I guess these, you got to calibrate them a little bit differently with a voltmeter, and you got to get in there and do some stuff with that. So I actually did buy another one. It'll be here, I think by Monday it should be here. And I'm going to change it again, and I'm going to do all the stuff I seen on the video as far as setting it with the voltage, and hopefully it's good. Other than that, the only thing I really want to do to it is I want to change the front brake pads. We looked at them over, me and my son looked at them over this last weekend. He did come over for a little while. We did a couple things, but it wasn't nothing worth filming. We checked the brakes, we greased the front end, we did a bunch of little dumb stuff. And the front pad's got maybe a 1/4 inch, maybe a little more than a 1/4 inch of material. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just change those. I actually think I have a set of those actually sitting in a brand new in a box. I'll have to look again, make sure, but so we might do that. And he might be coming over Saturday. You know, he usually comes over Sunday, but he can't make it over Sunday, he told me. So I don't know if he's coming over Saturday, which is tomorrow. But if he doesn't come over, I'll just make a video of me doing some stuff on my own probably. So anyways, guys, sorry for all the rant and stuff. If you don't watch my Treetop Garage channel, I apologize. But if you do, that's why. And if you haven't watched it yet or checked it out, go ahead and check it out because I post on there every week. So we'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. There'll be more videos on this thing. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.